Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So I've got a couple things to talk about today, and I might actually start doing some work. We'll see how this goes. So if you have watched the ram air intake video, you know that I spent like a couple days starting to make a ram intake for this. Since then I have actually changed direction, and I thought of a new way of getting a little bit more air into my engine. So as you may have guessed by the video title, this is part one of turbo builds. So you might have guessed these are $100 eBay turbos. There are two of them over there. I have started collecting some parts. I also have a 73 front bumper that I'm going to try to blend into the car. So that should be good. Intercooler, new radiator. I do have to make a custom intercooler and radiator mount, and I also have heat wrap and a big box of bends. So we are getting pretty close to being able to start. I might start trying to move the radiator and intercooler into position. So I'm going to go ahead and break that down on a piece of paper for you. Alright guys, so this is the front of my car in theory. This is the radiator, this is the hood, these are the headlights and their axes as they go up and down. This right here is a vacuum bar. It might actually be a little bigger, and then this is the front like thing that scoops air in, because right here in a Corvette there's actually a big hole and most of the air going into the engine comes in through there. So the plan is to remove that big L bar, because I have since attached the vacuum directly to the headlights. The plan is to mount the radiator where the bar once was, right here, and then do some type of V-mount with the intercooler, and then hopefully being able to clear the hood. If it doesn't work, I will just take the hood on and off with pins, and I will worry about that later, because turbos are life. I'm just kidding, but turbos are pretty important because I want a lot of horsepower. And anyway, so this should work. There's a spout here for the lower intercooler, or the lower radiator hose, and then up here I'm gonna have to find some way of filling, or find some radiator hose that's long enough to attach. Anyway, this should funnel all the air that comes in into these two radiators. I might even like make a block off here, and that is the plan so far. Now, if I have 1/2 inch angle iron, and we're going to make a mount for at least the bottom of the radiator, but first things first, I have to pull the front of the nose off to get access to what's in here, like this big bar and some other things. So we're going to go ahead and jack up the car and take a look and see what we can find. So my car might be running without a hood and without a front bumper for a while, so if you see it, give me a wave. Alright guys, so these are the headers I plan on using. I know they're really rough right now. Basically clean them up, cut off this flange and cut it right here, and obviously take all this off, clean them up. They will get painted black with high heat paint, and then they will be wrapped, so that should take a lot of heat out of them. Also, I will be building I have some 10-inch sticks of 1/2 inch angle iron, and that's what the radio will be made out of. I have been taking a lot of influence from Bad Luck Garage. He's a pretty cool dude, and he did this with a single turbo on a 74, so I'll be watching a lot of his videos and kind of following along with what he does. We have the car jacked up, the wheels have been loosened, we've got the headlights up, so we're going to start taking things apart. I'm hoping I don't have to take off the hood just yet. I do have to take off the wheels because part of the radiator support gets bolted in along there, which you can't see, but in there is a radiator support, and we're going to remove it. We're also going to remove this big monstrosity. I started a series of episodes, you can't see that, called the weight mods to lose weight, And I actually never finished it because, I don't know, but I started cutting it out, and then this whole turbo thing happened, and I thought, you know what I should just do is I should just remove it when I'm doing turbos. So there it is. Get ready for a sweet time lapse of me trying to get those headlight covers off. So guys, we got this bottom panel out. I think it's a valence or something. Anyway, there's a couple spots that need repaired here and there. I know they're expensive to buy, so we're definitely gonna have to do some repairs on this. I was hoping this would be a quick job, but like anything in a Corvette, it is definitely not. So this is what we're working with underneath the car. This is a Canadian car, and so it has been pretty rusty its whole life. Hopefully I'm not blinding with that. So anyway, look how nice that LS looks. So I leaked oil. I got an engine rebuild in Maryland, which I wouldn't recommend. And I leaked oil the whole way back driving to Arizona. And like, there is so much grease and just nastiness under there. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so our plan is to remove this bar here, and that, so it definitely will compromise the front, but you know what, I used to drive a Harley and I'm not super worried about it. So we're going to try to take the wheels off. I believe there's some bolts right there. We'll pull it out, and then eventually we'll start trying to get this bumper off so we can swap it out for the 73. Now, the 73 bumper, it is actually just a straight across piece, so we are going to have to fill in this gap, this gap right here, with some fiberglass. So I don't know if I want to do that right now because I like taking my car and driving around, but it is getting a little too warm. I probably should have waited a month until I started this, but I can definitely keep driving the car as it is. So anyway, I'm going to get back to work and shut up. So I'll see you guys in a bit. More time lapse. Okay, so after probably about a couple hours of unscrewing, we now officially, and unbolting the license plate cover, we now have it all the way off. And that's what my car looks like, which is not super great, but better than poking the eye with a sharp stick. So we're going to start unbolting this big old behemoth, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, so we got the front of the nose of the car off. There's this monster, and then there's this monster, which almost hit me. Both of these things weigh an absolute ton. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as some kind of like construction or some kind of actual brace for the front end, because this nose is super wobbly. I ended up putting a chair with a box on it just to give it some support so it doesn't like sag and warp overnight. But yeah, there's got the front bumper off. I'm tempted to do these headlights now, like pull these out and try to put in the other ones and see how they go. As I don't know if you remember, but there are those ones in there. They would look pretty damn cool, but they do need some work. I don't want my car down for too long, as it's still like kind of a nice time to drive it. But anyway, I gotta go get ready for class. I got blacksmithing today. So yeah, we are going to continue this tomorrow, hopefully, or we'll work on the orange car. Speaking of which, Willwood did send me another bolt and nut free of charge, and we have it assembled and it looks good. We also got the front spindle on the passenger side. I'll make a video of us putting on the passenger side, or driver's side, sorry. And other than that, we have to space this out correctly. I think there's 2 shims in it, too many. But other than that, we're looking really good on this one. We should have the front suspension finished hopefully tomorrow. It was super windy today. We didn't get a whole lot done outside. But anyway, so that is part 1 of Turbo. And it should be awesome. I'm sorry about blinding you guys there. But anyway, like, comment, tell me you hate turbos, tell me whatever. Anyway, just leave a comment and I'll talk to you guys soon.